Vor einigen Wochen habe ich ja auch auf diesem Kanal ein Video eingestellt. Darüber spreche ich ja über unsere Hilfe für einen Chaplain, für einen Gefängnispfarrer in einem Gefängnis in Albanien. Nach dem Meeting, was ich mit diesen Chaplains hatte, habe ich mit 3 von ihnen zusammengesessen und ein kurzes Gespräch gemacht. Und wir haben dieses Gespräch aufgezeichnet. So war es eigentlich nicht geplant, aber trotzdem, wir haben uns ganz gut unterhalten. Und hier ist das Gespräch, aber leider nur in Englisch. Vor einigen Wochen habe ich ja hier ein Video hochgeladen. Da erzähle ich ja über unsere Zusammenarbeit mit Prison Fellowship in Albanien. Und wir haben ja da auch gesagt, dass wir einen dieser Chaplains, einen dieser Gefängnisseelsorger unterstützen. Und nach dem Treffen, nach dem Besuch dieses Gefängnisses hatte ich die Gelegenheit, einfach mit 3 dieser Chaplains zusammenzusitzen. So war das eigentlich gar nicht geplant. Und wir haben dann kurzfristig gesagt, wir stellen jetzt eine Kamera auf, schalten ein Mikro dazu und nehmen das Ganze auf. Und was wir da erzählt haben, was die 3 mir erzählt haben, das jetzt in diesem Gespräch, allerdings nur in Englisch.
Okay, what we do as chaplains, we take care of the prisoners. We go there, we preach the gospel to them. If it's possible, we take care of their needs, like material needs. They ask different things in there because there is a lack of things. And so we take care of practical things, like if they have a letter to post, or if they want us to meet their families, we go there and support them and see how we can invest in their lives. And when we are to the where we go to the prison, we preach the gospel to them. We help them grow in their faith. We contact other people that don't believe in God, but still we want to have a relationship with them. We'll contact them and help as much as possible that we can. We support them, let's say, even emotionally. If they want to share a tough situation with us, we are there and listen to them and give advices as like how can I express the best possible, the best available.
Way you can.
Yes.
The best
yes.
way we can, yeah.
This is so-called, how long are you with the ministry?
So in this ministry, I have been started actually 22 years ago.
22 years.
Yes, and it's interesting story actually because
I like interesting stories.
yeah, I'm not from this city. We have come together with my wife to serve at the church, in this church, and 22 years ago we have done a meeting outside evangelizing the people. And an old man have come and he was crying actually after the message. And he have come to me and told me, I wanted to hear that, I needed to hear that message 20 years ago.
Oh.
And I was touched actually, and I thought, so what's happened? How was the story of your life? And he told me I was in a prison for 20 years. Oh. But when I have heard the message, I have understand God love me. Please go to the other people in the prison and told to them this message. So this touched my heart and hit my heart actually in that time. So, and I started visit the prison. It was a small prison not too far from here, Kosovo. Now Elvis is serving there. And I started to visit that prison one time a week. So from that time, actually, I'm still in the prison, serving the prisoners. And 2 years after, the Sugar started this service, so I was part of them actually, serving like a volunteer. And after that prison, I visited the other prison, Rogozhina. So we started also there a ministry. And from Rogozhina, we started a ministry in Fier. So my life it was between the church and the prison, all these years. But what is touched my heart actually, even today, because I was sick and I don't have the opportunity to meet the guys for 3 weeks. And one of the guys said, please come, So this touched me, and this made me believe, the people there need the gospel. The only thing make them happy or being men, is the gospel. And for me, this is very strong, actually.
Julie, what is your story? How did you came to the ministry?
In prison.
Yeah.
It is interesting. When Sokol said for Rogozhina, I have started in Rogozhina 5 years ago, and today I and Elvis, we have 5 years.
Yeah, we started in the same time.
Oh, at the same time?
Yeah, at the same time. We celebrate 5 years today.
Today?
Today.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
And when Sokol tell her story, and the Sokol presentation, I and Elvis in Rogozhina prison.
Yeah.
But before, one chaplains tell me, can you come with me like volunteer in Pushkruya in high security prison to go together to pray for those prisoners? I said in my mind, what are you saying for to go in a prison? Because to stay in a prison in our area is a fright and
it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. I go with them, and when people wear them who are different, I would say for our judged for different. And I say, okay, I am praying for that, but when come out of the prison, I said, I don't go more.
Oh, okay.
But he said, can you come again, because some of them, when you pray, it said, this guy wanted to meet with them and to pray for us. And come again, and when the position for Rogozhina chaplains open, I said, okay, I will try to apply for this position for part-time. And when apply, people said, organization, your organization, Shakabasha name,
Prison Fellowship.
Prison Fellowship. It is good for all the people, because it is not see for any denomination, but all the people are invited in your meeting. And I said, okay, I am the right decision. And some mentality in my mind has changed a lot. And starting for like chaplains and move on, I have privilege to apply for the for our
Chief.
team
for
head of chaplains. And
Chaplain.
it is every year for me it's new experience to serve in fear when I go meet prisoners, and prisoners has changed in a lot of places to go for the other and say, we wanted to meet with you like chaplains, because our experience and for so-called said for 22 years before are planted a lot, and I have through into, like the Bible said, we are together in the same mission, to share the gospel, to care of them, and to pray for them, and for the family to care and to connect with the local church. This is our mission, because we are together and today.
How does it work to connect the prisoners with the church? Can they leave the prison or to attend a church service?
No, but when they finish their, let's say, prison, so we try to make contact with the local churches.
Yeah.
So before we have asked the prisoners, where they are, what part of Albania they come, and they connect, before they go out, we try to connect their families with the church, actually, with different projects, with a food project or taking care for their children. So the local churches make the contact with the families. And when the prisoner come out, the contact already
It's already there.
Yeah, is already there. So we encourage the prisoners to go in that church. So this is what we work actually. Most of the times it's working actually. Yeah.
In fact, they have the opportunity to visit the churches in the prison, because one of our goals is to plant churches in the prison. So what you saw today, it was a church ministry,
Right.
with worship, with the preaching of the word, with praying, and in fact we in this last 6 months we have baptized 2 people in there.
Oh yeah.
And it was Ginty and Albert. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So, for example, for people that are not going to go outside the prison for life, this is the only opportunity, and this is this is the church where they go. So this is our main goal, to have a regular church life inside the prison.
And actually one of our goals is to make that not just an activity, but a church meeting.
Yeah.
Especially in Fear. In Fear we have our building, let's say our room, it's like this, is a church. And no one can use that just for the church.
Oh, yeah.
And every time the prisoners come, let's say, we say brothers actually, we don't say prisoners. We ask them, to get the Bible, and everyone have the Bible. So when we preach, everyone have the Bible, So it's a service, it's a church service. And one of my goals to that church in the prison is to give the service, a seriosity. It's not just activity, because in the prison there are a lot of activities, football, arts and blah blah blah, a lot of things. But the administration, they say activity in the church, and we say no, it's not activity in the church, it's the church service.
Right.
And when they have come and they see the people having their Bibles and praying and worship together, they say, okay, it's seriosity, it's serious. So this is one of my goals, in that services.
Yeah. What would you say is the biggest challenge in your ministry?
I would say the relationship with the administration.
Yeah.
A lot of time they just don't grasp the
positive.
Let's say the mission we have. They don't grasp it at all. So this puts like a barrier between them and us. So what's important for us, really important for us, and we have seen the impact in the prisoners. They don't see. They don't see it. They just see, as Sokol said, as a normal activity, not one changing lives, but something that just fills their time and make them relaxed and quiet. So they don't see this value. I mean, I don't speak for all the prisoners, but talking to the colleagues, this is like the norm.
Yeah.
They don't feel the impact. They don't see the impact, because they are not interested in seeing that. They see only the administrational part.
I think they are not interested to see that actually. But in Fear, on one of the other challenges we have also is the let's say the impact they have, the cultural Muslim belief, let's say, because most of the people they come at the church, they want to come at the church and they love to come at the church, but most of them they come from the Muslim background. And inside of the prison is completely different, the codes they have, the life they have, and the Muslim community, they have a lot of influence actually. And they say to the guys, but you are a Muslim, even they are traditional Muslims, So it's a little bit challenge. So because of that, we have been very open, we say, okay, everyone is welcome at the church, even you are Muslims, but this is the church, so everyone can come and enjoy the worship and the friendship we have together. So this is one of the challenges we have actually in fear, because it's strange, but works. The church in fear, it's and the mosque is, they are together, just one wall. It's in between. But they are together, and what is strange actually, the church always they have activity, and the mosque is only the day they have, the Friday. So it's one of the challenges we have. The prisoners, the believers there, they feel that pressure from inside. But because we have been many open, let's say, to help anyone, not only the guys from the church, the people they see us, okay, they are very serious, they help everyone.
I want to say for the position of chaplains in the prison, it's like coordinator. The chaplains care for the prisoners, care for her family. Try with the organization to broken the poverty and to support of them and to connect with the local church, to be together in her authority, and it's like coordinator for all of them and for administration, and it's so very challenging and so for more professional in Albania, and the church are. Sometimes we have the difficulty to show each other how to connect for all the prisoners. It depends who believes that we have in to give the hand, all of them, and to take and to love them. It is a very good position for chaplains, and it's a new position for administration. What does it mean, chaplains?
Yeah, and like a coordinators, like you said, it's not so easy. Sometimes we feel or we find ourselves alone, Even in the city like Fier or Lucia, here we are 7 churches, I think, in the city, and always we need, to explain and to ask people for voluntary, So it's volunteers. It's a challenge that Sometimes the church they understand. Sometimes they don't have people. Sometimes the people they need to work. So it's a big challenge also for like chaplains, to have volunteers and
long-term volunteers.
Long-term
because
volunteers.
In fact the churches are involved in different ways. But when it comes to people coming with us, like Bertie, the volunteer did, it's really difficult because people are working and
they have their own schedule.
And in Albania there is not this opportunity, for example, to work with contracts or scheduled like 20 hours a week. In here you work 40 hours and more. Probably you don't have even the time for Saturdays and Sundays to come to church. So this is as well a really big challenge for us.
And the movement that people do, it's a big challenge actually. I have passed a lot of volunteers, in my service, at the prisoners, and sometimes it's good because I see a lot of them still there serving in Tirana or somewhere, but still it's a big challenge, you know. The chaplain also is a coordinator, like Uli said, you know, and then to coordinate with the churches, with the different views, with the different, you know, backgrounds, with different, let's say, doctrines, it's not easy. But always we have find a way how to do that and to present, you know, the service. And in Lushnia, I think we have done a good work for that with the churches.
Yeah, we have a lot of support, let's say, from the church. For example, if we need materials, we just go to the pastors and ask. Most of the time, they react. They support us. Yeah, even though they are really busy, but still they fulfill what we need. So it's really a blessing. So we think and we are sure the mentality as well is changing. You know, because it's not only a ministry, but it's an old church inside the prison that needs to be taken care of. You know, there are disciples in there, and it's a church.
It's a church.
So it has all the needs and maybe more needs than the church outside.
I remember when we had the last meeting of the Alliance of the churches here, and I was presenting the church in prison, and I saw some of them and I was surprised. Church in the prison?
Yeah.
I said, yes, it's a church. We have worship, we have prayer. So we have people, you know, coming and reading the Bible and Bible lessons, and we also have baptizing people. So it's a church. And they say, what? A church?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, David and I, we can confess that. I mean, this morning, you were preaching, people were sharing a little bit from their life, they were reading, they were singing, and at the end you were praying. So it's, I would say, if I would know I'm in a prison right now, I would say I was in a church. So I didn't felt, okay, this is a different church because it's in a prison ground. So it's really like a church. It's good.
Praise the Lord for this opportunity, actually. We still have that opportunity.
Yeah. Praise God.
Yeah.
We have saw this when prisoners are coming in our meeting. Prisoners sometimes fighting to come with authority. And sometimes said, please write the name because the authority doesn't write it and doesn't come. After the door, or when leave, it's space, small space, as the fighting with other mentality or other believers, and when Kant said yes, and we have shown just the meeting, but when tell us for what happened, for example, in Peqin, with strong Muslim people. When I go for the pandemic time, the Muslims are allowed
to do the
and has a lot of terrible situation.
And I will tell just a testimony in the time of pandemic, actually. You know. So everything was closed. But I don't know how and how God has been working, but we had a permit.
The only organization.
To go inside, you know, just
one
we
day.
Celebrated
Christmas with them.
Even through the pandemic.
We are going.
And
the only organization.
I don't know how God is working with that, but you know, to make that happen.
They were like, "What? We can't even meet our families. How is it possible that you come here? Who are you?"
And the guys in fear, you know, they have been praying, you know, we need to be together, we had that correspondence with letters and cell phones, you know, we have found ways how to communicate. but still they wanted to gather together, to be together. And when I have been for the meeting, and they have taken the calling from the police, come at the church, they were surprised, no, they're lying, and when they have come at the church, they said, we have been praying for that, together. We have been praying, to come together. And they have taken like a sign from God, because they have told to the other guys, Muslim guys, we will be together, we will see.
Yeah.
And I was happy actually, because, it's a testimony.
Yeah.
So we feel a strong desire from the people inside to come to visit the church, to be part of the church. For example, 4 or 5 guys today, they were not part of the list. And this is not allowed, according to the authorities. But for sure, they insisted on coming. And they came. So it was really a blessing. And we appreciate that they are interested in coming and know more God and be together, as so-called said. So we value that, and we really want to be with them and minister as much as possible to them. So it's a blessing we are there.
And the administration has sometimes said, we are so for your work, to work with prisoners. After you are gone, we saw for the different changing for prisoners.
The life of prisoners.
One chief policeman said to me, have you peaced the prisoners? I think God is not, but we are so, when you go out of the prison, we are so different, changing something. And for communication, we have different people in administration has different mentality, but we are so into step by step to be together and to say we are with you and for the rehabilitation for the prisoners. But we make the social topics that we are more than. And the people in administration said, I have need to pray for me. And we have seen the change, the policemen to come to be part of the church, local church, and for her family. We have seen for that.
So you not only have an influence on the inmates, but also people.
I think it's on not only the inmates. The impact is everywhere. Actually, a lot of the policemen of the guards, they are from the city, Lucien here, so. And when they see also outside, the prisoner, they will always call, the preacher, and they know what we do actually, and they respect that. So the impact is everywhere. Actually, I see that.
Yeah, you can feel that. For example, as you saw today, they gave me the keys.
Yeah.
It's not allowed. I mean, usually it's not allowed, and we were supposed to be with 2 or 3 guards, but because they know that no one harms us, because we have a good reputation, we are for the prisoners and with the prisoners, they say, okay, you go, here are the keys. And,
I was surprised when he opened the door. I said to David, hey, Elvis got the keys here, so...
The same happened today.
That's
told a lot of kids, and he said, what happened?
So it's a blessing. We know they appreciate us. I mean, they trust us. They don't understand. They don't understand the calling. They don't understand the purpose of it. But still, they trust us.
Right.
And this is wonderful. You can joke with them. You can have a coffee with them. You can become friends with them. And this is because they have seen what prison fellowship is doing.
They see the difference.
Yes.
And the fruit of it.
And they...
Jesus never said, okay, it's 4 o'clock, I need to go home. And you do exactly what Jesus said. You visited me when I was in prison. And that's really something
I really admire. Yeah.
Thank you.